I'm feeling blessed. I really, really do. So like I am at a place where I have peace. I believe everything happens for a reason. So I'm very happy, that one, I get to be a spokesperson for, for everything that, means so much to me. Two, that I was evicted pre-jury and I can go home to my loving husband and my beautiful dog. And three, that I got to play, one of two all-star seasons. And I just feel like incredibly blessed.
For sure. So I guess let's get to I don't even know where to start, but have you had any more clarity on the situation just about why she put you up to begin with?
No, we haven't talked about it. And I don't believe it was because of the untouchable conversation. I believe it's because one of two things. Either she knew exactly what she was doing and she just didn't want to say it, or there was a group of people, egging her on and kind of setting her up for a trap, knowing she would, be the one crazy enough to do it. And she would have to take, the heat and the fall for that.
Right. I think a lot of us were also confused, probably you too. When Tyler offered himself as a replacement nominee, I know you weren't sure if he was being genuine. I think we were also a little confused. I think the biggest thing is, why didn't he give you a heads up whenever they decided, hey, we're actually not doing this?
I think, you know what? I wish he would have. And that's the part that's really, really upsetting. And that's what's hard, because I haven't gotten to see everything in full, but there's a reason to question his motives. And like I said, for me as a person, I would hope that he wouldn't use, something so sensitive and not be upfront with it. But there's also part of me that has said openly, I know Tyler, I know how he plays this game, and he wouldn't set himself up for failure. So he knew she wasn't going to use it even before he even thought of the idea to offer and ask. He knew that, they were working together closely and that would jeopardize her game. So I just don't know if that was ever an intention. In my heart, I would just hope for human sake that he wouldn't be, that mean.
Yeah, I feel like it was almost like he wanted to kill two birds with one stone. Like he wanted to go home, but then he was also like, oh, well, I can do this for a good cause. But then it just didn't work out.
I think in my head, I would just say, I think it was more for his conscience than it was for mine.
I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. You guys did have a conversation yesterday that I don't think we got to see. Can you just talk a little bit about what you guys discussed?
Yes. I just told Tyler that I was tired. I am tired. It's been 3 long years of up and downs, lots of personal things, lots of fighting. And it's just, I don't spend my energy like that in the real world. So now that we're walking out of the Big Brother house, I'm leaving. This is our second time playing together. Let's leave everything here and let's not bring this into the real world, because the last time it spread out for, a minimum of 2 years. So I just said, hey, I said when I walked through this door the first time that we were squashing it and we could move forward. Obviously, you didn't get the memo and you decided to spread some things. I'm giving you another chance. Again, hey, listen, it's squashed. And if you bring it outside of this house, that's on you.
Because when we saw that fight between you guys, I think you guys were trying to keep your cool while also explaining that if you didn't, you would be viewed a certain way. Yeah. Do you think they fully understand that concept?
No, I really don't think they do. But I think that when they get home and they watch it, I think they'll have no choice but to either understand or to educate themselves or to figure it out. Because, and I'm so proud of Day and I for the way that went down, because it could have been one of those situations, but I really don't think that she understood, because even after the situation, she, said that she felt like she was the one that was attacked by us. So I don't think it's clicked in her head.
Yeah, that was very frustrating for the viewers too, trust me.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're all on the same page. We really did love seeing your friendship with Dayton kind of blossom, though. I'm assuming that this game just brought you guys closer together.
Yeah, Dayton and I met, when we walked in the door, and I immediately knew, we were grouped together for one, but we also really enjoy each other. So I'm very grateful that I got to meet her. I'm very grateful that we got a genuine friendship. And I was sharing with her that I met my husband on this show and we only knew each other for 23 days. Davon and I have known each other a little bit longer on the show. So she's stuck with me forever. So our friendship is like ride or die, sisterhood for life.
Yeah, and we also love to see your friendship with Janelle. And I know Swaggy and her met up, I'm pretty sure.
Good. Okay, I told them to, but I didn't know. But no, I love Janelle, and she's a queen as well. She is another strong sister, that I wish we would have had in the house the whole time because she's a ride or die, like us. And I'm obsessed with her, so I'm happy she feels the same way about me.
Yeah, and at one point, I think you told Kevin, you were like, listen, Swaggy would want me to come home. And you're right, you know him. He said that. He said, bring her home. Like, yes. He doesn't need her.
If I can't win the game and I had an opportunity, had it, whatever, pre-jury, he was not going to be mad about me coming home. He's not like disappointed in me. He loves me and he thinks I'm the best human ever, so.
Yeah. Who do you think is actually playing a good game right now? Like, who do you think can get far or win?
Okay, so good game and good life different. So let's separate that. But I do think that regardless of the stumbles, I still think Tyler is going to go really far because in our season, Tyler would do things like this, get himself into trouble and get himself out, and it makes him look like he's playing an even better game. So I think Tyler is still going to go very far. I think Cody is going to go very far because even though he's been a little bit everywhere with his manipulation and, lies and 12 different alliances, Danny and Nicole are a little bit bigger targets than him. And so is Tyler. So I think Cody will slip through the cracks a little bit and go far. And I just pray and hope that Enzo and Davon do well as well.
Were you surprised by how much you connected with Enzo as well? Because that was fun to see.
Yes, but I'm so happy. Enzo, and even in his goodbye message, he's like, you're the sister I never had. He makes me cry because he is genuinely such a good human being down to the core and so thoughtful. And when he was getting emotional, he's putting on his shades and, we were literally just like BFFs, and I'm so happy that I have him. And I know that him and I and Swaggy are going to be really good friends when this is over.
For sure. I guess what was your original reaction when you got the call for All Stars? Were you hesitant?
Yes and no. I immediately, and I make my decisions with my husband because I guess that's normal. I told Swaggy and then we just looked at each other and we're like, oh my God, what do we do? But he was immediately like, you have to go. And I'm like, are you sure? This is so scary. I can't, I've never done a show without him, even though he goes home before me on all the shows we do, whatever, but I've never done a show without him. So he just was like, babe, this is bigger than us. One, it's All Stars. They haven't done, this is only the second All Stars in history. This is an honor to be called. And secondly, there's never been a Black winner of Big Brother, and you have to go because you have to at least, raise the chances of that happening. So I'm happy I did. There was no doubt in my mind. I love Big Brother. I love CBS. So whenever they call me, they know they can, lure me into some things.
Wait, so does that mean there's an option for you to
If they want me to, if they decide, then yeah, I'll be back.
And you told Julie you didn't want to be defined by your experience in Big Brother 20. So I'm assuming you're happy that you came back. Are you coming out of this feeling good?
Oh yeah, I'm all the wounds. I feel like I just went on a retreat where I just had to do some healing. I went back to, the first place Swaggy and I met, and where I was screaming at, I've been back. I've looked them dead in the face, stared at all my, demons, and I'm refreshed. I'm feeling great.
Awesome. So what is next for Bayleigh? Swaggy said you were done with reality TV.
I think he is assuming that my Big Brother career is over. So if that's the case, done. So
you'll make the decision together.
Yeah, I'm hanging up my reality TV, but if they decide to call us for Amazing Race, we might go. I don't know. We just have to figure it out. But yeah, we'll make the decision together.
That's so fun. You guys should do Amazing Race.
That's not if he wants to, because I know he said he was done too. So if he wants to, then we can go.